It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Tuesday, the 25th of August. I'm Michael Groff. The excessive heat continues to be the big weather headline here in the valley for the rest of the week, but thunderstorm chances on the increase today and tomorrow. And by this weekend, things may turn decidedly more interesting with an increase in moisture, temperatures headed down, and better chances of showers and storms across much of the state. Let's talk about it first. We did it again yesterday. The afternoon high in the valley, 115 degrees, and that tied the record from 1985. That is also the 13th time this year we've had a high temperature of 115 or more, and of course another day with a low temperature of 90 degrees or higher. Yeah, the normal high 104, the normal low 82. Outside now, here at 7:45 a.m., we've got some clouds out there again this morning, some haze as well. We're looking at 93 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 57, relative humidity 30%. The winds are light and the barometer is steady. It's already hot out there. Temperatures for the most part are in the mid-80s to middle 90s. Of course, the cool spot, 80 degrees at Fort McDowell. The upper air look, and it's the same old story here. High pressure, the dominant weather feature across the southwest, oriented from southwest to northeast. We do have an inverted trough moving up the Big Bend of Texas, and that may help to enhance shower and thunderstorm development across parts of Mexico and maybe into Arizona today and tomorrow. Here's the watch warning map. We've got excessive heat warnings, of course, out here throughout parts of the west. High fire danger, air quality alerts with the wildfires continuing to burn. We have some dense fog advisories over the Midwest. And along the Gulf Coast, hurricane watches in effect for parts of Texas and Louisiana, and that is in association with Laura. Of course, flash flood watches are going up there, and those will likely be upgraded to hurricane warnings, as we'll talk about in just a moment. Here's the convective outlook for today. The enhanced risk of severe storms, level 3 out of 5, around Washington, D.C., with the standard slight risk for much of the middle and upper Atlantic coast. A marginal risk across the Dakotas and Minnesota, and out here in the west. Parts of Idaho and Montana around Boise up to Elk City, Missoula, Helena, and Bozeman. And in Arizona, a marginal risk of severe storms once again today. That includes much of south central and east central Arizona, including the Phoenix metro area. The primary risk from thunderstorms again today will be strong, damaging straight-line winds. Maybe one or two of those put down a microburst. But there is the secondary risk for locally heavy rain, particularly over the higher terrain and maybe some small hail. Checking the tropics, the big story is that Laura has been upgraded to a hurricane. Max sustained winds 75 miles per hour. Here's the satellite presentation on that. Still somewhat disorganized, but this will not encounter the same level of shear that we had with Marco. So it is going to enter a more favorable environment for further intensification as we go through time. And many of the models do bring this up to a major hurricane. Looking at the official track from the Hurricane Center, when I put together this video, this was still a tropical storm, but it has just been upgraded here in the last little bit. The forecast track looks about the same, though, with a landfall expected late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, right around the Sabine Pass. But I will tell you that many of the models continue to push this a little bit further to the left or west. And so if you're in the Houston area, Galveston, still want to keep in mind that this could still have a little bit further westward push. And we see that on the European ensemble, the guidance there, most of those models bring it into southeast Texas as opposed to Louisiana, as we've seen with previous runs. Here's the precipitation outlook, valid through next Tuesday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts in Phoenix generally under 1/10 of an inch, with 1/4 to 1/2 inch amounts for the favored upslope areas, the Rim, the Eastern Mountains, southeast Arizona. And of course, as I always tell you, your amount will vary. That is the way it works during the monsoon. But let's dive into modeling, see what's going on here. We'll look at the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And the big features on the board haven't really changed. We've got Laura out over the Gulf, our inverted trough over northeast Mexico, southern Texas, and a ridge out here across the southwest with a trough positioned along the west coast. All right, so what it all means down at the surface, partly sunny, hot, hazy, a little bit muggy out there, and breezy to locally windy this afternoon with west winds 15 to 30 miles per hour. High temperatures in Phoenix, 111 to 114. And sure, why not? Yes, I would not be surprised if we snuck up to 115 again. Widely scattered showers and thunderstorms will develop over the higher terrain. They will push southwestward toward the lower deserts again today. And I think storms will be a little bit better organized and slightly more numerous than what we saw yesterday, especially over the Rim country. And so will they get in here? Well, I think certainly some blowing dust and some strong winds could, but as for rain, doesn't look too likely, but perhaps. We'll put a 20% chance into our forecast for this evening. Looking at a forecast sounding coming off of the 3-kilometer NAM. As we go super geek on you here, this is at 8 o'clock tonight here in the Phoenix area. And it's kind of a mixed bag of news here. On one hand, lapse rates are rather steep, and decape values are very high, so strong damaging winds or outflow boundaries will certainly be plentiful with any storms that fire up. And most unstable cape is up there over 2,000 joules per kilogram, but the moisture levels are not exactly where you want them to be. We'd like to see precipitable water a little bit higher than this. And certainly there is still that dry air in the mid-levels and a little bit of convective inhibition. So this is not an ideal sounding for really widespread rain, but certainly some thunderstorms could get in here this evening, and that's the bottom line to all of this. Otherwise, tonight should be partly cloudy, lows mostly in the 80s, and then tomorrow, synoptically, looks pretty much the same as today, with a northeasterly flow aloft, showers and storms firing up over the mountains. They'll move toward the deserts again. If today is more active, tomorrow might be less so, but we'll just have to take it one day at a time. High temperatures still on the hot side, of course, 110 to 113. As we go to Thursday, a small decrease in the number of showers and storms. I'm taking the rain out of the forecast here in the valley, although mathematically speaking, the chance is not zero. Same thing for Friday, just isolated showers and storms over the higher terrain as a bit more dry air works its way on in here. And high temperatures are still going to be around 109 to 112 as the excessive heat continues. But things start to change as we get to the weekend. Here's Saturday. We've got a trough beginning to develop along the Pacific Northwest coast. And our ridge is getting displaced off to the east and weakening just a tad. Flow aloft is starting to turn more southerly. And so a little bit more moisture starts to come into the mix here across the southwest. So widely scattered showers and storms return to the higher terrain. With a southerly flow, it's a little less likely that we'll see storms in the valley, but they might be more numerous over the higher terrain. Still can't completely rule it out for Saturday, but I've kept our forecast dry for now. High temperatures falling off ever so slightly, 105 to 108, but the humidity levels will come up. Now here's Sunday, and the flow aloft starts to turn out of the southwest, and ordinarily that would be a drier flow of air for us. However, the GFS and many of the ensemble members are showing some type of tropical system, maybe a tropical storm or hurricane down there to the southwest of us. So that would bring in some moisture into the southwest U.S. Scattered showers and thunderstorms over the higher terrain, widely scattered showers and storms over the deserts for both Sunday and Monday. High temperatures would trend down as moisture levels really increase, and we'd see more clouds around too. We're going with a forecast of 101 to 105, pretty close to average for the end of August. Let's go to a week from today. This is Tuesday, the 1st of September. It's the start of meteorological fall, and look at that upper low over Ontario and the northern Great Lakes. A little taste of fall coming into the northern plains and the upper Midwest, if that verifies. Here in the southwest, the flow aloft is now turning more out of the northwest, and so we would be drying out. And look at that surface front pushing all the way into the southern plains and to the deep south. Goodness. And going out 10 days, here's Thursday the 3rd, and troughing to the north, maybe a little short wave or a spoke coming around the base of that trough here into Arizona. And this is actually showing heights ever so slightly below average, between 585 and 588 decameters here in Arizona. So temperatures might be right around, or dare I even say below average if this is correct. But again, I caution you, this is 10 days out. A lot can change between now and then. All right, looking at precipitation off of the GFS ensemble through the period, and this is not overly optimistic. It shows 1,500ths or 1,600ths of an inch on the ensemble mean. And there are a couple of members that show nothing. Most of the members do have some light precip in here over the next couple of weeks. And looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, the trend is down as we head into the weekend. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. After Friday or Saturday, could this be the end of the 110-degree days in Phoenix for this year? Cross your fingers, do a dance, have a seance, whatever it is you want to do. Let's hope so. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions, always encouraged as well. And thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Be safe out there. Stay cool. Drink plenty of water. Watch your kids around the pool. And you guys have yourselves a great Tuesday.